Hey everybody, I wanted to put a little video together here from my new STI and show you a little upgrade that I did and let you know, let your own opinion know whether or not you like it. See if it's worth it for you. Before I jump right into showing you exactly the Cup Hero holders, I just give you a quick little tour of a brand new stock, which is a rare thing to see these days. STI. Probably won't say stock for too terribly long, but I do hope that you enjoy this video and maybe there'll be some more afterwards. All right, so what I did is I went on Amazon and looked for some STI mods, as you do. Again, just looking for some really simple cosmetic things that could, kind of add a personal touch to this thing. As my STI is all black and red inside, I wanted to keep that theme going, and I thought that these were pretty cool looking online, but you never know until you get them. The kit was a lot more robust than I actually thought it was. I thought it was just some cup holders, and it turns out that it's actually a liner for every storage compartment that you have, minus the glove box. So quite impressed. I'm going to show you here all the different ones that you have here and install them. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is remove the liners that are in the car from the factory. They're just some cheap little paper things here. And I hung on to them in case I ever want to put them back in for some weird reason, but I doubt that's ever going to happen. This was the only one that actually had tape on the bottom, so I wanted to show that to you. Next, you're going to take these, flip them upside down, obviously, and stick the little sticker on the back so that they will adhere. Now, they give you a lot of stickers. I only chose to put them on these two that I'm showing you right here because they're going in the back seat, which is where my kids live. As a dad, I have to think about things like that. So there was two purposes. One, put the sticker down there so it's a little bit harder for them to tug out, although albeit not that hard. The other reason is that for these particular cup holders here, the shelf there can be shut. I can't think of the name that I want to use, but the console there can be shut, which means it goes vertical and those things can kind of flop around. So when you pull the seat back down and you want those cup holders to be exposed, that tape just kind of secures them and makes sure that they stay in place. So this was the first one that I installed. I thought it looked pretty good. I was pretty happy with the result, and I was excited to get to the other ones. Next is the center console. This one was pretty nice. It kind of showed me just how well these things were cut. One side is flat, the other side has beveled edges, just like the insert there, and it fit absolutely perfectly. Same thing here, but you got to be very careful on the cup holders here that you put the right ones in, because some are one side is a little bit bigger than the other one, so make sure you get that right. This one I had to take out what was from the factory, a little rubber mat, and it had tabs at the bottom. So when you put this in there, it doesn't have the tabs anymore, but it's stuck in there just fine. I had no problem. And then you have these odd-shaped cut ones that are a little bit different. Find the one that goes specifically. So this is the driver's door. That's the one that you want to put in that particular cup holder spot. And then it looks like a rectangle, but it's actually kind of more like a trapezoid. It's a little bit shorter on the top than it is the bottom. So just be mindful of that when you're putting these things in there. They just slide in there and they'll stay in place real nice. Add a nice soft touch there. And then right behind that door is, of course, the passenger door on the driver's side. That one also fits perfectly, but you have to make sure that you match. That's the one thing I will tell you, to be real careful when you're putting these things in. I failed a couple of times, to be frank, and put the wrong one in the wrong spot. And you'll know it immediately because it doesn't fit absolutely perfectly. So when you do get it right, these things do fit absolutely perfectly. And it's, adds a nice little color to the otherwise kind of dull black interior in spots where, a little splash of color could be cool. They also offer these things in blue, with the blue trim. They also have it in white if that's more of your style, or you could just get matte black for some reason. So it kind of adds like a shiny black layer around where that red is, rather than just being completely matte black. But they've got 4 different styles. Not terribly expensive. You get what, if you feel like it's worth it or not. It costs somewhere in the neighborhood of like $25 to $30. I'll put a link down here. But yeah, I thought it looked pretty good, and I hope you enjoyed.